Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2022, please be seated. Good evening. I'm Josh Roth, ACP's Dean of Students, and welcome to the class of 2022's commencement ceremony. We are honored that you are here with us this evening. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce Senior Najoni Thomas. Najoni is a passionate individual with a kind and considerate spirit. Please join me in welcoming Najoni to the podium.
Thank you, Mr. Roth, for that lovely introduction. Yat eshik e doshadne she Najoni Thomas yinshia. Hanagahni inshle do tapa hetashe. Sheja e doshanala e India det not ash. Iltui ta det nasha. Shema e Marcy Thomas will ye. Shema sana e Sally Thomas will ye. Doshache e Edison Thomas will ye. Sheja e doshanala e India det not ash. Ado shema sana e Helen Davis will ye. Shema ayo ninchne. Good evening, welcome friends, family, and faculty. My name is Najoni Thomas. My family and I are originally from Cornfields, which is in the northeastern region of Arizona. I am from the Navajo tribe. I belong to the One Who Walks Around clan, born from my father who originates from India. My maternal grandparents are of the Water Edge clan, and my paternal relatives are from India. In the crowd tonight is also my great-grandmother, and it brings me great honor to address you all in my native language, and to know that my great-grandmother will understand a small portion of this ceremony. Kwea hosdo hahodzo walyegi na di na kibitsen yishtlij dabaran do kedate. Di kea olta bakasa e akimel atam do papatje de nebe. E kodo ache nsago dabit di ne. The Chandler Unified School District acknowledges the 22 Native nations that have inhabited this land for centuries. CUSD is on the unceded ancestral region of indigenous peoples, including the Akimel Atam and Peepash Indian communities. We pay our respects to the traditional landowners and caretakers of this land, past and present. ACP welcomes all Native nations and our entire Chandler community to our 2022 graduation ceremony. Thank you. Ahiahat. Please rise for the singing of our national anthem by my friend and fellow senior, Eli Takeuchi.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Ellie. You did a wonderful job. Everyone may be seated now. Good evening. I am Heather Osborne, the assistant principal at ACP High School. On behalf of the faculty and staff, I am welcoming you to this evening's commencement ceremony. I would like to thank our distinguished guests that are here to celebrate the class of 2022 with us tonight. From the CUSD Governing Board, Vice President Mr. Jason Olive is joining us, and he will be distributing your diplomas tonight. Also, from the district administration is Director of Student Conduct, Mr. Dan Serrano. Thank you both so much for joining us tonight and for all that you do for the Chandler Unified School District and for our school. It is now my pleasure to introduce Senior Class President, Miss Mariela Galindo. Mariela is truly dedicated to ACP. While you all know her as Mariela, she may be unknown to most of you as Sir Thunder. She has been our school's mascot. It is my pleasure to welcome her to the stage, the class of 2022's honorary grandmother, or Grandma, Mariela Galindo.
Thank you. I feel tremendous honor to speak before the most important people of my youth as the 2022 ACP class president. I know I speak on behalf of everyone in the class of 2022 when I welcome and thank our guests, friends, and family who have come to share this moment that we've been working towards for the past 1,500 days. Now, before I go on, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some people here tonight who also deserve to be celebrated. Students, I invite you to take a brief moment to look towards the individuals in the bleachers. Family and friends, you have been indispensable to our journey and molded us into the young adults we've become today. And parents, parental figures, this night is for you too. These diplomas may have our names listed, but I'd be remiss if we didn't recognize that we may not be sitting here before you without your unconditional love and support. You are our shoulders to cry on, our tutors, our best friends, and sometimes even our enemies who pushed us harder than we wanted to help us reach our fullest potential. I'd also like to recognize that ACP is one of the most diverse schools in the district, and that many families, such as my own, have raised first-generation children in the United States. I speak from firsthand experience that it isn't easy to leave your home, culture, friends, and family, and learn a new language knowing and having nothing in a new country. All for this moment. For your children to have opportunities such as this one that some of you didn't. This applies to all parents. You all fought an uphill battle and taught us strength, endurance, and sacrifice that we'll remember and carry with us forever. We recognize that we wouldn't be here without your struggles, and we're just as proud and happy for all of you parents here tonight as you are of us. And lastly, our staff. Teachers, lunch ladies, bus drivers, custodians, admin. You fostered the ACP environment that taught us the concept of family outside of the home. You also raised us. We are so grateful for your patience and devotion in raising future generations such as this. We will carry your teachings beyond lesson plans forever. Now, I want to be completely transparent. I have been panicking about this moment since I was first elected. As soon as I read graduation speech in my list of expectations as class president, I just felt dread and fear. Not only because I'm kind of a crybaby, but because how could I ever muster what it takes? How could I feel deserving or ready to address the most important people in my life all at once? However, at that point, I knew I had over a year to become the person that I did feel was worthy of delivering this speech. Someone more confident, capable, with more control of their waterworks. I maintained this mindset all year as I thought of this moment every day. It was never me who delivered this future speech. It was older, wiser, more sophisticated Mariela. Months went by, soon my speech had to be submitted, and suddenly I realized something just a few days before this speech had to be on Mr. Biggs's desk that I thought I'd share with you all today. I thought about middle school and the times we dreamed about our high school glow-ups. Freshman year, we swore we'd be more confident and more outgoing after the first year of high school. Then sophomore year, we couldn't wait to be upperclassmen and new drivers. Junior year rolled around, we wanted to be seniors, freshly turned adults with our futures at our fingertips. And now, we're counting down the days to live our best life in college. A large part of our lives has been consumed by waiting to become the better version of ourselves. In a lot of ways, this has encouraged us to grow and develop our unique sense of ambition, pushed us to strive for the impossible and be extraordinary. But maybe you forgot to appreciate you right now. Sometimes we need a reminder, such as this one, that we are who the younger versions of ourselves dreamed about. Anything we have been or will be after high school has been and will be because of our hard work today. In 2022, I want you to remember to give yourself credit where credit is due. Your potential is infinite, and you hold it right now. And whatever is to come after tonight, knowing you all for the past 4 years, I have the confidence that you'll be more than ready for. Tonight is for us, everything we've accomplished up till this point, where you are right now, what's to come, and to appreciate that younger you would be so proud of how far you've come. Thank you, 2022. It has been the honor of my life to be your class president. Thank you. All right. Our next speaker is a widely beloved individual within our senior class. Her smile and optimism light up a room, and her participation within senior planning has been invaluable to our senior class. You might know her from clubs she's involved in, such as Best Buddies, UNICEF, and KCP. It is my absolute honor to introduce Sofia Vasquez.
Sorry. Thank you for the lovely introduction, Mariella. I confidently can say on behalf of the student body that your speech was wonderful. Good evening, distinguished faculty, parents, and fellow peers. We are finally here. Finally sitting in these white seats, sitting on our own football field, waiting to walk across this stage. I, like many of my classmates, have been going to ACP since middle school. This faculty has seen us flourish academically and has given us essential lessons we can take into the world ahead of us. No, I'm not talking about PowerPoints discussing about the Civil War or juxtaposition in The Great Gatsby. Sure, these are valuable lessons that have helped us learn and discover, but I'm talking about seeing our teachers' passion about a subject that can transfer the same joy to others every day, like Mr. J on Wall Day. Or Mr. Ramsey taking the time out of class to have us learn about one another during Feather Circle, even hearing wacky stories about him. Yes, it's true, math will help us in the future, but learning how to be patient like Mr. Montano with a class full of juniors in a pandemic, whining about an extension for an upcoming test, is far more meaningful. Perhaps my favorite is when you're in a full mental breakdown learning about calculus, especially integrals with particle motion, and knowing that we can pick our battles like Miss Moore. Passion, interest in others, patience, and balancing life are just few of the lessons all of our teachers have helped us learn here at ACP. I know some parents in the audience today have sat in these same bleachers when attending a football game and have seen how the student body does things. By student body, I really mean Orla and our megaphone helping rally the students together to cheer. School spirit is a major factor here, and I truly believe our Stugo members are the best at showing it. From putting together posters for the hallways, spirit weeks, and pep rallies, they truly encase the nightly spirit. Parents, I know it's hard to believe we even have school spirit since you don't see it when we respond to your question, how was school today? With the same old, good, or why do you want to know? But I can assure you we have it. Whether it's from playing sports, doing theater, staying on top of their grades, or involvement in other activities, your children have shown the hard work and dedication of what it means to be a knight, constantly striving and pushing themselves to be a better student, to be a better person. So may that same spirit carry us as we walk across this field one last time to help us say our goodbyes to a place that has brought us tears from difficult tests, but also has made the best memories with the most amazing people. To my fellow classmates, like Mariella said, Your freshman self would be very pleased to see you sitting in these seats today, seeing that you've made it. I myself am wondering what these next couple of years are going to bring. Maybe you feel the same way too. We cannot foresee the future, but there will be confusion and frustration along the way, and you'll sometimes find yourself asking, what if I'm just not ready yet? That's the thing about taking action. You don't know that you can do it until you do it, and then you become someone who does it. You have already started taking your own action by being here today and preparing for college, or whatever your next steps might be. Don't wait until your feelings change to take the action, but take the action and your feelings will change. Well, what if you do end up not getting that grade you want in that class, or just totally bomb that job interview? Bueno, así es como es. That's just how it goes. The important thing is how you get back up. How will you respond to the disappointment? You can see your failure as a looming weight or as a catalyst for profound reinvention. There is very little learning in success, and as Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So, use those 10,000 ways to help shape and mold you into the person you've dreamed of being down the road. Congratulations, class of 2022. Wherever you go and whatever you do, may we always be friends when we meet again. Thank you. Our next speaker is a state champion in speech and debate and will be going to nationals this summer. He's compassionate, a hard worker, and is determined to make an impact on the world. He's a friend to all, unless you give him sushi with cream cheese. Please welcome none other than Frederick Chango.
Thank you, Sophia. As the socially awkward bookworm I once was, I hated the ACP interview. Many of you underclassmen in the audience never knew the struggle. But you know what my least favorite part was? When I was asked, what do you want to get out of ACP? I quickly responded, common sense. And out of the 4 years I've been here, I'm going to be honest, I still don't have any. For one, I still haven't figured out how to operate the complex device known as the electric can opener, or drive a car. Instead, I was bombarded with the phrase we know all too well. ACP is a family, leaving me quite confused. To me, family originally meant people pestering me for my food and siblings bursting through locked doors. Sorry, Angel, and Anya, and Charles. But as I grew more into this family and compared it to my own, I now understand why ACP is one. Because families uplift and empower their members to make a positive impact. And in all of our years here, we've done exactly that, by giving people a voice and by giving people hope. But enough about me. Let's be honest, we all overstress here at ACP. And while it can be easy to get lost in the intricacies of successfully removing a can lid, it is even easier to get lost in the stress of our daily lives. But in this community, we've all found our niche, our people to whom we can run at any moment in life. We've found comfort in expressing our true selves, especially through our voices. And while my own self-expression occasionally came at the expense of others' lunchtime peace, and my friends' ears as I explained for the 4th time why the hot dog is a sandwich, it is clear that our voices have more purpose than just simply belting out the lyrics to Don't Stop Believin' at the end of every school dance. Because that self-expression doesn't remain in our groups. That freedom to speak our minds, but also the ability to listen to others do the same, is ingrained in us, and is something we have always exercised with one another. Similarly, in those aforementioned times of distress, our family was always here, not only to provide support, but also to lift others up with hope. We've been through a lot together, communal suffering before finals and tests, a pandemic, our bouts of senioritis, running out of toilet paper and instant ramen. All have, in one way or another, captivated our minds over the past 4 years. But what remained constant was the care we had for one another. Whenever one of us needed somebody to lean on, we found them. In darkness, we brought each other to the light, but we never stopped there. We walked along the steps of one another's journeys, fought the same fights, and rejoiced in shared successes. Those actions' impacts only spread among us and fueled our passion to unrelentingly fill the hearts of our family with hope and trust in the promise of the future. Thus, armed with the power of our voices and the propensity to bring hope to whoever may need it, we are now equipped to make a difference, ready to break through our personal lids and allow our affinities for one another to spread even further. Ultimately, what will make that difference is our ability to connect with and form relationships with people outside of our own families. Many of us have already begun to do so. And even as we all are struggling to leave both our literal and metaphorical families behind, we certainly won't forget what we've done for each other. I will remember the times you gave me a voice to express myself, or gave me hope and became my light in the darkness. We've cherished every moment we've had together. Of course, we will miss each other. That's indisputable. But those emotions, from our smiles to our tears, remind us that we loved every step of our journey together into becoming who we are today. Those emotions are what motivate us to continue to love the people around us. So to the class of 2022, I love you. And to my family and to all the other families out there, don't worry so much about us, because we will always, always have each other right in here. Thank you. Our next speaker is a teacher of my favorite subject, math. Though I personally have never had him as a teacher, his students have consistently said that he is patient, down to earth, and passionate about their learning and well-being. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. Montano.
Wow, how awesome was that? What a great speech. How do I follow that up? That's impossible. It's like following Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. That's an old person reference, sorry. Congratulations, class of 2022. You did it. I gotta tell you, tonight I'm feeling 22. I might look 52, but I'm feeling 22. First of all, I would like to state how honored I am to be speaking with you tonight. It is truly one of the highlights of my teaching career to stand before you one last time and spend this last moment with you all. Many of you have had me as a teacher numerous times throughout the last 6 years, and we have spent many hours together. Some of you I've known since 7th grade, when you were just a few months out of elementary school. Many of you have had me 2 or more years, some of you 1 year, and some of you I have never had in class, but I still feel like I know you because of what your peers and other teachers have said about you. Tonight is a celebration of what you have accomplished throughout 12 years of formal education, and a celebration of what you have accomplished in your 4 years in high school. As we celebrate, we look back on where you came from, who you have become, and where you are going. Where did you come from? Well, many of you came from ACP Erie, the old campus. For most of you, this is the campus that defines your high school experience. When you think back on your high school years, your mind will probably take you back to 1150 West Erie Street. A lot of memories were created there. Dances in the cafeteria, soccer games on the main field, walking through the breezeway to get to your next class. Homecoming carnivals, the International Nights Festival, night games, yoga in the library. That actually happened. Walks to Arrowhead Park, students constantly in the teacher workroom. The Royal Flush basketball game, spur of the moment assemblies, class competitions, Mr. ACP, talent shows, and hanging out in the courtyard. That courtyard was huge, big part of our lives. When I asked students for their fondest memories, it always came back to the courtyard. For those of you new to our school this year, many current memories have been established. Senior Hoko, Senior Sunrise, football games at our own stadium, baseball games, softball games, tennis matches, all on our own campus, plays, musicals, and concerts in our very own auditorium, prom, senior prank day, and finally last week's senior sunset. Whether you've been a part of ACP for 6 years, for 4 years, or for 1 year, you are all knights, and tonight we celebrate you. Excuse me. Who are you? You are without a doubt the most amazing group of young people that I have had the pleasure of knowing. You are intelligent, personable, kind, caring, responsible, and you have the most spirit I have ever witnessed. I remember the night games of your sophomore year. You were all wearing the red t-shirts at the old school, and being so impressed by not only your enthusiasm and spirit, but really by the bond you all had with one another. I remember thinking to myself, I wish I was young again, and I wish I was part of this class. You are a hardworking, generous group who gives back and cares about issues. I know this because I have had numerous conversations with many of you, and I know about the great things you do outside of school, and it is really inspiring. You're the class who had to endure the most because of the COVID pandemic. Not 2 months or a year like some classes, but over 2 years. Throughout that time, you persevered and remained positive. You lost a lot throughout that time. You lost sporting events, dances, trips, various school activities, opportunities to collaborate, and yet you came out of it stronger than ever. Years from now, you will look back on this time and remember that you got through this together. It's a special bond that you will always have with each other. Where are you going? Some of you may be joining the military. Some of you will join the workforce. Some of you are taking some time off, much deserved time off. Some of you are backpacking in Europe. Many of you are going off to college. Some of you are going out of state, and some of you will attend one of our fine state universities, such as ASU. Some of you may attend NAU in Flagstaff. And man, there's another one I can't. This is embarrassing. There's another major university in the state, and I can't think of what it is. Help me out. What am I missing? What is it? Yes. Duh. Thank you. GCU. Some of you will attend GCU. On a serious note, wherever you go, I'm proud of you, even if you're going there. Whatever you decide to do, always make sure to set the bar high and strive for excellence. As you part ways and start the next chapter in your life, do your best to maintain your high school friendships and connections. I have seen the relationships in this class firsthand, and I'm telling you, they are definitely worth keeping. Maintain your high level of integrity. You are kind, honest young people. And if there's one thing that this world needs right now, it's kindness and honesty. Finally, if I have one wish for you, it is that you lead a happy life. Whatever makes you happy, I hope you find it and share it with others. My prayer for you all tonight is that you are happy in life. I got to say, in my 26 years of teaching, this is the toughest goodbye. I will miss you all. Class of 2022, it has been an absolute pleasure working with you, talking with you, laughing with you, and being in your presence for the last 6 years. I am a better teacher and a better person having known you all. So by the power invested in me, I release you into this world to make a difference and to be happy. I love you guys. Thank you. I would like to introduce our leader, and the, let me get this straight, Maricopa County Exemplary Principal of the Year, Mr. Bickus.
Thank you, Mr. Montano. Very nice speech. Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us in celebrating the class of 2022. 2022, the start of something new. That's their class motto, and I don't think any of us, including myself, fully recognized how truthful this motto was. The 218 students in front of us walked into a new building and helped to build our campus into something special. And ACP students for generations will benefit from their work. They developed new ideas, worked as a cohesive class, and helped to create a culture, a special ACP culture, within our new building. They were charged with a daunting task, opening our new campus and working as a class to instill the culture that they, along with previous students, had worked for years to create. They took a shell, granted a rather large shell, and helped make it ACP, creating not only an amazing culture, but an amazing legacy. Students, look around. Every single one of you seated in front of me played a part in something new. You modeled the Knight way, and you did an amazing job. You welcomed new families to our campus. You discovered that our courtyard was a great place to hold pep rallies and reveals. You found the best places to access Wi-Fi. You taught our underclassmen the value we hold dear as a school community, all while becoming academic scholars, community activists, leaders, champions, and so much more. You found ways to maintain the values we hold dear as a school community. You offered suggestions, shared ideas, and paved the way for us to call our new school home. Look around. Everything you did for our school this year was new, and you led that charge. You epitomized what it means to be a Knight, and I am excited to share the stage with each of you as you receive your high school diploma. At the start of the year, you asked me if the class of 22 was my favorite class. Well, that's a loaded question, and I can share that you hold a very special place in my heart and will be a group of students I will always remember. After all, you are the first group of seniors from our new school on our new field. So this year and this night will be full of memories I will always cherish. You also managed to stay relatively short in stature as a class, which I really appreciate, so thank you. But in all honesty, I love this class. I love your spirit. I love your passion. I love the way you support one another. I love the way you stood by one another. And I love the way you love our school. As you prepare to walk across the stage, I want you to remember this moment. But more importantly, I want you to know that you are loved. You're loved by someone in the stands, someone sitting among you on this field, a teacher, a staff member, or by someone who cannot be here tonight. But you are loved. Let's be honest. We're sending you into a world that is a bit daunting, but you are the people this world needs. Individuals that care about one another, love one another, that rise to a challenge and get things done. I realize most of you will not remember the remarks or comments from tonight's speeches years, months, or even hours from now. But I do hope you remember this moment. Maybe it's because I too am celebrating as a parent this evening, but I think it's important that you know you are surrounded by individuals that care about you, that love you, and want the best for you. So wherever your paths lead, whatever you choose to do in life, whatever adventures lay ahead, remember this moment, remember this night, remember the pride in your family's eyes, remember the people sitting among you, but most of all, remember the love and support that fill our stadium this evening. This is what makes our school so special. That's what makes you so special. And that's what makes saying goodbye so hard this evening. You are a great group, a class that I will never forget. You are the first. You are the start of something new and the ones that made it happen. So thank you. Thank you for making it happen. Thank you for teaching us as much as I hope we taught you. And thank you for the impact you've had on me and our school. So as you walk across the stage in a few minutes, celebrate your moment with the knowledge that love and support surrounds you. I wish you all the best that life has to offer, and I hope you're happy. But remember, as you get your diploma tonight and walk away from ACP, the sun never sets on a night. Thank you, class of 2022. Job well done. As principal of ACP High School, I certify that the students seated before us have fulfilled the requirements for graduation as established by the state of Arizona and the Chandler Unified School District. Mr. Olive, Mr. Serrano, it is my pleasure and my privilege to present to you the class of 2022.
Ryan Arnulfo Aguinaga. Camille Alexis Aguirre. Hafsa Ismat Asan. Sarah Khalid Al-Hamoud. Ibrahim Jawad Al-Tidi. Dana Alyssa Andrews. Morgan Lee Applegate. Ria Jade Armugam. Roy Injun Vaik. Derek Sean Baker. Haley Jewel Bakken. Joshua Barnes. Shalini Batra. Aiden James Beardsley. Brenda Bianchi. Hunter Mark Bickus. Shelby's next. Shelby Ann Blixt. Anya Karina Botha. Andreas Clint Boudreau. Dallin Jihan Brady. Taylor Elizabeth Brandon. Yaniv Eitan Brecker. Tucker George Brown. Olivia Christina Burnham. Brennan Shao Caldwell. Mariana del Carmen Cantu Valenzuela. Noel Lonnie Caswell. Nicole Elizabeth Chadwick. Lakitha Sri Chanda. Frederick Inigo Desura Chengo. Bryce Zhe Yi Chen. Carrie S. Chen. Yibo Chen. Sai Anvita Chintala. Nathan Neil Chumley. Kylie Ann Serwinski. Izan DeBrain. Gabriela Maria Damas. Alan Lee Deng. Jacqueline Adriana Diaz. Emily Nyok Do. Ahana P. Dugar. Brandon Bisyongjuk Ibaitika. Joshua Christopher Eby. Annabelle Grace Edson. Safa Faisal El Hassan. Gavin Michael Ellis. Sarah Dia Elias. Blake Christopher Enwiller. Aliana Christine Estrada. Peyton Marie Fagan. Partib Oner Farouk. Leah Nicole Flores. Julie Ann France. Donald T. Franklin III. JC Elizabeth Fuller. Mariela Galindo. Matthew Reese Garza. Austin James Gaskin. Rashita Guevara. Tyler James Gebbing. Robert Lee Glanville. Robert Eli Goodman. Sienna Michaela Gray. Nathaniel Robert Greer. Calvin Scott Grushkowski Gregory. Nevin Jacob Hanford. Amal Abdurrashid Hassan. Chandler Grace Hathaway. Anya Marie Hawkins. Autumn Noel Heath. Molly Grace Herman. Abigail Elizabeth Rubesh. Iman Sayed Albab Huda. Nathaniel Michael Huffman. Hannah Nyopha Huyn. Devin Andrew Isabella. Aksh Sandeep Iyer. Amber Faith G. Rubab Maruf Johar. Ian Benjamin Johnson. John Uluwatimilean Johnson. Aaliyah Rochelle Teray Jones. Collier Jones. Samuel Robert Junt. Hamid Juvali. Hope Patricia Sheila Khan. Andrew N. Kang. Daniela Congrega. Yati Kapoor. Erica Page Keene. Jacob Adam Rob Kennedy. Miriam Khan. Alan Kim. Waldo Benjamin King. Amal Krishna. Swati A. Kumar. Ria Kuntumokala. Emily Wenxing Kwa. Sydney Tin Wai Sheng. Kwan. I apologize. Caitlin Riley Lay. Kevin Lariviere. Gabriel Andrew Larkin. Ty Weston LaRue. Ariane Chi Ann Law. Brandon A. Lasna. Crystal Liu Lee. Kate Elizabeth Leinenweber. Sean Michael Leinenweber. Malia Samantha Lewis. Maria Jose Lopez Gonzalez. Cassandra Eva Losal. Case Christian Lewick. Eli Graham Martin. Caden Anthony Martinez. Whitney Marie Matz. Cameron Allen McDonald. Haley Madison Melanson. Daniel Joseph Merritt. Keaton James Messerol. Hannah Uriye Millison. Zane Mozoon Mogadabi. Manvith Murari. Zaina Mushtaq. Amber Rose Music. Jameson Robert Myers. Aubrey Nicole Naleski. Sean Thomas Neal. Omina Zafarbik Kaza Nematova. Ryan Paul Newsom. Ethan Vung No. Tila Nguyen. Shane Michael Orr. Nada Maher Nori Osman. Jaleesa Pacheco Garcia. Jennifer Park. Jinsa Park. Arth M. Patel. Ria Patel. Pranavi Patiria. Carter J. Patton. Shristi Podel. Brandon Huang Pham. Yui K. H. Pham. Mark Ethan Pham. Grace A. Phillips. Alec Lynn Provo. Lainey Bree Quijada Vasquez. Crystal Ray Ramnarine. Olivia Grace Ramos. Jimena Regidor Mendez. Luke Austin Reynolds. Kayla Ann Riggs. Paige Morgan Riley. Esteban R. Rios Benitez. Isabella Rivera. Paula Maria Rodriguez Alvarado. Delaney Kate Rowe. Annabelle Faith Rothert. Nicholas Bradley Rolfus. Madeline Eileen Rumsey. Kian Daniel Saison. Jordan J. Salazar. Sohani Kaur Sandhu. Liliana Joe Sandlin. Shreya Satish. Loren Stacy Sikiyamtua So. Ali Haider Shah. Rania Mohammed Shaltat. Patrick Louise Sherman. Catherine Lael Shimkus. Orla May Simpson. Yashraj Singh. Ashton O'Hara Sink. Rachel Jane Smith. Dominic Ariston Sobieski. Zoe Claire Soderquist. Samantha Maya Soto Urias. Jake William Spector. Brooke Anna Staples. Andrew Floyd Stevens. Alyssa Rose Suarez. Eleanor Masumi Takeuchi. Ana Sofia Tapia. Kaylee Wynn Taylor. Jason Michael Tells. Najoni Shanti Thomas. Alicia Nicole Thompson. Tayton Dakota Thrash. Chloe Jean Toniachi. Annika Elias Trenbeth. Abraham M. Troop. Zoe A. Turnbow. Robert Harrison Turner. Eli Jide Udenze. Jet Todd Uzel. Edgardo Valenzuela. Prince Simon Valladolid. Megan Nicole Vansers. Sophia Genevieve Vasquez. Gavin Daniel Vega. Annalise Elaine Velarde. Advik Venkatesh. Arun Barath Vijay Sankar. Kaya Bailey Walsh. Jacob Wei Ming Wan. Isabella Marie Warner. Rania Faisal Wariat. Taryn Joe Wiegand. Natalie Grace Welch. Catherine Grace White. Natasha Lee Will. Grace Frances Wolfschwager. Haley Marie Yates. Ella Ray Yelig. Jeremiah Samuel Zamani. Carrie Jua. Trent Michael Zimmerman.
We're going to let everybody get their picture taken and make sure that they have the opportunity to get that picture taken so we have that memory that they can share with all of you. But congratulations once again to all of you. When you return to your rows here as one final farewell, each of you seniors will be receiving a congratulatory letter written by a member of our staff. So line leaders, if you could please hand out the senior letters to your row. And we're all very proud of you. Next, Mr. Lindstrom, with the help of his senior film students, put together a special video celebrating all you've accomplished throughout your high school years. And boy, did you accomplish a lot. Just listen to this. Sitting among you this evening are members of the three-peat State Speech and Debate Championship team, individual State Speech and Debate champions, an award-winning recipient from the International Science and Engineering Fair, 26 Impact Scholars, numerous AP Scholars, 49 Arizona State Seal of Biliteracy and Fine Art recipients, 10 National Hispanic Scholars, and 2 National African American Scholars. An absolutely amazing list that the 219 of you have obtained over your high school career. And the compilations of your hard work led to you being accepted to over 134 colleges and universities and receiving over $31.6 million in academic scholarships. It's just simply extraordinary, and it's just amazing. And it's a testament to the individuals seated before us this evening, and a testament to all the families in their audience this evening as well. So I invite you to sit back and enjoy some memories that you, the members of the class of 2022, brought to ACP. Congratulations.
Are we going? Yeah, it's on. Okay, if I could describe the class of 2022 in one word, I would say it's fun.
Family.
Amazing.
Hysterical.
Boisterous. Absolutely boisterous.
Connected.
Family.
Enthusiastic.
Chaotic.
Radical.
Community.
Ramshackle.
Family.
Flectopus.
Wild.
Zany. Supportive.
Versatile. Fun.
Hysterical.
Family. Hope.
Maidenless.
Leaders. Ambitious. Spirited. Driven. Family. United. Wild. Hype. Tough. Connected.
Motivated.
Energetic. Family.
I think my favorite moment from this senior year in school is 2 weeks ago with Ditch Day, where my friends and I, we all went to Waffle House. We got this all-star meal, each of us. It was delicious.
A memorable moment from ACP is the zoo trip where I got to meet new people and really expand my friend group.
My favorite moment from high school would be when me and my friends would go into teachers' classrooms and play games in there and talk to the teachers. Because it would be really cool to get to know the teachers as being people rather than just teachers.
My favorite moment from high school is probably freshman year when I had just seen the episode of The Office where they stack desks, so I thought that'd be funny if I did that with lunch tables. And then I got a week of lunch detention. So,
My favorite moment is probably after transferring here, finding out that we get a new campus. That was pretty cool.
My best memory from the class of 2022 has to be definitely when we went on the Washington, D.C. trip. That was 5 days of just pure joy.
My favorite moment from high school would probably be probably sophomore year wrestling season.
My favorite moment of high school was going on school trips.
My favorite memory is hanging out with my friends after school events.
My favorite moment of high school was definitely participating in theater and also just going to football games and things like that because I'm pretty super spirited.
My favorite moment from all of my high school career would be theater events because, Rapid and Twilight.
My favorite memory from high school is driving out to Buckeye for a football game.
My favorite moment of high school has been going out to the sport events throughout the year and being involved with this.
My favorite moment of high school was the senior sunset.
Thanks again to our film students for putting together tonight's video. Nicely done, and it was a nice way to see all of the things that you've done. It's my pleasure to introduce our last speaker of the evening. This individual attended his first ACP, Hamilton Prep pool party in his Thomas the Train swimsuit, and has been a part of ACP since its inception. My buddy throughout the years, helping me check classrooms, testing out new equipment, and simply being by my side. Ironically, it wasn't until recently that I realized that it can be hard being the principal's kid, because you can never escape being the principal's kid. And fair or unfair, you're held to a different standard while always having to be in the spotlight. But I'm proud of him and how he handled it, and it is my honor to introduce him this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, your student body president, Mr. Hunter Bickus.
Sorry. Oh, I see it. All right. Sorry about that. We had to hide something from a certain individual, so. All right. Good evening. Before I begin, I have a very special thank you that I owe someone. So, thank you for always packing my lunches so I didn't have to wake up early. Thank you for driving me to school and always letting me have aux. Thank you for dropping me off at friends' houses even when you were super busy. Thank you for letting me come to your office when I forgot to do my homework. Thank you for bringing me to ACP and making me feel so welcome on that first day of 7th grade. Thank you for your endless support of me and everybody at ACP. Thank you for being my role model. Thank you for being my principal. And thank you for being the best dad I could have ever asked for. I love you, Dad. I will forever miss being at ACP with you, and thank you for everything. But now the real reason we're here tonight, the class of 2022. So, as I sat down to write this speech, I really struggled with how I would sum up all the special moments we have shared together in a short 5-minute speech. After many drafts, I landed on the idea of just taking you one last time through the journey of our 4 years together at ACP. The first day of our freshman year, we pulled up to the Erie student drop-off with anticipation for the new journey that was upon us. Greeted by a line of screaming seniors welcoming us into high school, we walked through those gates and into the courtyard of where we would be spending most of our high school years. For some of us, it was a familiar sight, but with many fresh faces, as we welcomed new students from ACP Oakland and many other schools, as we united for the first time as a class, the class of 2022. We all shuffled to the gym where we first got to see the mayhem of high school pep assemblies, and while we were all a bit awkward and glossy-eyed freshmen, we all knew we were at a special place. Eventually, we got into the groove of our new classes and meeting new people. Established junior high friend groups started branching out to one another, and soon we were all going to our first Friday night football games together as a class. September rolled around and we got to experience our first high school homecoming week, where we had an unforgettable night at our first high school dance. Freshman year continued and we met even more people as we had our parents drop us off at new friends' houses as we surrounded ourselves with so many new individuals that eventually became our best friends. Finals rolled around and we survived our first semester of high school. We finished off the year strong as we said goodbye to the seniors, thinking of how long it seems until we will walk through that tunnel on our last day of our senior year. Summer came and we had fun pool parties and even went on trips with some of our fellow knights. Sophomore year started off strong as we came back to ACP feeling confident and happy to be back with those we were so close with. We continued keeping up our grades as we fell into confident routines of studying, but more importantly, we all continued to spend some quality time together. And then came spring break. We started off the break having fun, getting in our first tans of the year, when suddenly we were hit with the news that we wouldn't be returning. Now, I know we all celebrated at first, and we were glad that we didn't have to do school, but eventually we realized FaceTime wasn't enough, and that we missed each other. Of course, we had some social distancing hangouts, and we got familiar and comfortable with online school, but we were all ecstatic to return to 1150 West Erie Street to begin our junior year. As the end of our junior year approached, we met as a class and discussed our plans for the theme of our senior year and also the activities we would put on, and how we would prepare to move to the new campus. The reality of getting ready for our senior year started to hit us, but I don't think we realized just how little time we had left together. Summer came and we were finally able to get on the new campus and see where we would be spending our senior year together. And then it was our turn. Our turn to be out there at parent drop-off in our matching shirts, screaming and welcoming in the underclassmen, yet it still didn't hit us that this was our last year. We had a great first semester as we got to experience football games at our own school and on our own field, enjoyed our first homecoming in 2 years, and absorbed all the new and exciting aspects of our new home. We applied for college and scholarships, found our roommates, and started getting ready for the upcoming year with excitement, and yet it still didn't hit us that we were leaving. In January, we came back to the start of our last semester of high school, excited that we had put our plans in motion for life after high school, but most importantly, glad to once again be back as a class for the last time. Yet, it still didn't hit us. We shared some quality times together at one another's senior nights, enjoyed late-night runs to Cane's and In-N-Out after-school events. We supported and cheered for one another at our last events and banquets, yet it still didn't hit us. We had the night of nights at our senior prom, and yet it was still hard to comprehend that this would be our last high school dance together. Then we gathered in the auditorium one final time and prepared to walk through that tunnel on our final day of high school. We were now the seniors that were leaving as we walked out that gate one last time. Then it hit us. All the memories we were leaving behind, all the people we were saying goodbye to, everything special about ACP was ending. We were saying goodbye to some of the best people we have ever met, saying goodbye to the amazing teachers, staff, and administrators that helped us get to where we are today and treated us as their own kids. Walking through that tunnel and out that gate meant saying goodbye to all the special times we have had for the past 4 years. So as we sit on our field one last time tonight, I hope your mind is full of all the special memories that we made together as a class. Our class has played a huge role in making ACP into what it is today, and the legacy of our class will forever surround this campus. As I came out of that tunnel, I was overwhelmed by the memories of all the special times we had together, screaming our hearts out for the nights, moshing the night away at school dances, late night talks when we were all there for each other, the best friendships I could have ever asked for, and most importantly, endless memories of my time here at ACP. ACP has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, molding me into the person I am today, and it is crazy that I'm getting ready to say goodbye to this special place. It is hard to say goodbye because when I think of ACP, I think of my family. Now, not only am I saying goodbye to my dad, who has been my role model and, of course, principal, and to the many other ACP adults that I've known for years, but I'm also saying goodbye to you, my class of 2022 family. You all have been a very special part of my life, and you made high school such an amazing experience for me. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for making ACP my home away from home. Thank you for all the cherished times together. Thank you for so many precious friendships. And thank you for treating me like I was a part of your own family. Congratulations to each of you for all you have accomplished at ACP. You are all a remarkable group of individuals, and I wish you the best of luck in your future. I know this class can accomplish whatever we put our minds to. After all, look what we've done thus far. Congratulations, class of 2022, and thank you. As we conclude tonight's ceremony, I want to thank you all for celebrating with us this evening. Thank you for being part of our lives and helping us strive for the impossible and be extraordinary. Now, class of 2022, it's the moment you've been waiting for. Please stand and join me in the moving of our tassels. All right, seniors, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it. Thank you again for coming tonight, and best of luck, class of 2022. Have a great night.
Well, I woke up to the sound of silence, the cars were cutting like knives in a fist fight. And I found you with a bottle of wine, your head in the curtains, and heart like the 4th of July. You swore and said we are not shining stars. This I know, I never said we are. Though I've never been through hell like that, I've closed enough windows to know you can never look back. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground. Carry on. Carry on, carry on. So I met up with some friends at the edge of the night at a bar off 75. And we talked and talked about how our parents will die, all our neighbors and wives. But I'd like to think I can cheat it all to make up for the times I've been cheated on. And it's nice to know when I was left for dead, I was found and not on all these streets. I am not the ghost you are to me. If you're lost and alone, know you're sinking like a stone. Carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Oh, my head is on fire, but my legs are fine. After all, they are mine. Lay your clothes down on the floor. Close the door, hold the phone. Show me how. No one's ever gonna stop us tonight. If you're lost and alone, or you're sinking like a stone, carry on. May your past be the sound of your feet upon the ground, and carry on. Some nights I stay up, cashing in my bad luck. Some nights I call it a draw. Some nights I wish that my lips could build a castle. Some nights I wish they just fall off. But I still wake up, I still see your ghost. Oh Lord, I'm still not sure what I stand for. Oh, what do I stand for? What do I stand for? Most nights I don't know anymore. in my bed tonight. Stops my bones from one